Hello and welcome to a scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today, Charlie is trying to see if he can hunt down a fierce predator to fulfill his part of the bargain with Rabbit for learning Hare's Leap. And there are many different ways you can try and find a predator in Hong Kong. What do you have in mind?
I'm thinking rapist or mugger.
Okay, how do you plan to find one?
Um, this is Hong Kong, so I'm thinking listening for. Actually, I take that back. He's the Theurge. I'm gonna be in the Umbra, asking the spirits to see if they detect any human predatory unwanted human predatory activity on human prey.
Okay, what kind of a spirit are you going to ask?
A rat?
A rat? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
they're everywhere.
this is true. It probably won't be the first rat that you speak to, but one of them will suggest that you try the subways and will give you a time and a carriage.
All
It
right.
can't give you a good description of the person that usually rides that carriage.
Okay, that works. He'll thank the rat and uh, basically did like he did with the death spirit and give the rat a point of gnosis through blood if because he only has actually one point of gnosis in his body and he kind of needs that right now.
That's, well, yeah, you can give a point of gnosis, through blood, but it doesn't really work the same way.
Well,
Um,
yeah, true.
but you could always agree to do something nice for the rats.
Okay. He will uh, he'll say for this favor he will have for this favor he will owe him one, and for a subsequent uh, favor he will need in return, he will pay him with two, and after that favor.
Okay. Do you mean you'll owe him a favor currently and owe him another favor after asking for another thing?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the phrasing was a bit.
Yeah. I and
That's okay.
had a yeah.
I was just clarifying.
Okay.
Um, the rat is going to nod, and then it's just going to wander off about its rat business.
All right. And he's going to roll perception primal is it perception alertness or perception primal urge for a scent based thing to basically find this rat again?
Oh, you want to find the rat again? That will
Yeah.
be, I would say primal urge because it's a rat
But,
spirit rather than a. Why? Did you want to find it again right now? He won't just run away.
oh no, this is for later. Basically, I since I did it like this, I basically set myself up to get resist toxin
Ah, okay.
at a later point. I just wanted to find the rat spirit again at that later point.
Okay.
So perception primal urge, or just
Yep.
primal urge?
Perception primal urge.
Okay.
If it was a real rat, it would be survival, but with spirit rats, it's primal urge. That is a no. You do not manage to get the scent of the rat.
Does it run away after that, or is it still there?
It's still there, but you botched up. You ended up with a snifter of the sidewalk instead, and
okay. He tries.
and you think that the smell of the rat is something completely different. Like I said, you botched. If you just failed, I'd let you try again, but you kind of botched.
Oh, okay, I botched. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I like that roll too. Damn. Okay. Actually, site based. How would I be able to? That would be an intelligence roll.
Yeah. Though that being said, it's entirely possible the rat can just come find you. You owe it a favor.
Okay.
Show up when it wants a favor.
This is true. That works. He go off and actually go find his prey.
Okay, it's there's one of the subway carriages, and it's after closing on the bars, and there's a good dozen or so people in there.
Okay.
And I take it you're going to get onto the carriage.
Yes. He would have made sure he crossed the Umbra in a spot where it's secluded and not being seen by normal humans, and then cross over and get on the carriage.
Okay. So, I mean, you spoke to the rat earlier in the day, so you've had time to prepare by the time that the rat told you about. But now it's.
This is true.
So, if there's anything you wanted to bring with you, now's the time to mention it.
Oh shoot! I only want to beat the guy up and beat the guy up senseless and take him to the police. I don't want to stab him or mortally harm him in any way or kill him.
Okay.
So so basically probably just straight fists.
Okay, I'm just giving you time to say, yeah, I brought this along.
Yeah, it probably looked worse on me if the out of character if the muggers showed up to the police station and with a stab wound.
Very true.
Or claw marks down his chest.
Yeah. And you're going to notice. Well, actually, make me a perception alertness check.
Okay. Wow, this character feels so much like a Black Fury right now. Yes, out of character. Let's have the entire Umbra watching him.
Nice.
4 successes.
Okay, out of the dozen or so people, one of them seems to have passed out slightly. And most of them are just kind of drunk and sleepy, but one seems to be paying a bit more attention to everybody else than the others are.
I watched that one. Well, he's going to carefully watch him, make it not look like he's overly watching him. But he's sitting there watching him. So is that a subterfuge and manipulation roll?
Yep.
All right, and necking a willpower. It's a fail. It would have been a botch without the willpower.
Mm-hmm. So he notices you watching him and glares at you.
I just pull out his usual journal and act like he's just writing and writing after that.
Okay. You're on the train quite a few stops, and people are getting off. The passed out person is still kind of snoring and his jaw kind of dribbling. A few people look concerned, but they don't seem to actually bother waking the person up, and they all stumble off. And gradually, you're nearing the end of the track, and this guy's starting to give you weird looks again, because it's getting to the point where there's just the three of you on the train, but on this particular carriage.
I might not actually have to beat someone up today. I might actually just scare the dude off.
You might.
And he has no intimidation with it. Oh, Lord. I'm just going to sit there and just basically basically be acting like I'm writing stuff down. And just wait.
When you get to the stop at the end, he's going to move over and gently shake the person who's half asleep, who will look around a little bit. Well, the person who is completely asleep is going to look around a bit confused and still looking fairly dazed and out of it. And he's just going to be whisper to them and start to guide them off the train because it's the last stop.
I'm getting out and act like I'm basically walking in the general direction. Same general direction, but pretty much.
They're moving.
Subterfuge manipulation.
Yeah, subterfuge manipulation again.
Fail. Wow, I hate ones.
Me too. But you're going to follow him.
Oh wait! Wouldn't it be? I do have stealth. Can I use that instead?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Manipulation subterfuge is I'm following you, but and I don't mind you knowing it, but I want it to look normal. Whereas Dex stealth is I don't want you to know I'm following you at all.
Actually, that's actually a better roll, to be honest. Once, and it's not. Never mind. Oh, Lord. Yeah, they know I'm following him. Them.
Yep. Not only that, but can you make me a Dex athletics roll?
Does my specialty apply here?
Probably. What's the specialty?
Preternatural grace.
Yeah, that'll definitely apply.
One success.
Excellent. You don't face plant on the pavement.
Oh, okay.
I figured I figured with the whole fact that you're trying to be sneaky and then you botched, I'm like, well, you probably tripped over something.
Uh,
So you didn't face
can can I redo the stealth dex roll roll to see if I can do this better?
You can try, yeah. He's starting to get impatient.
Two successes if preternatural grace works.
Nice. So you managed to convince him that he's lost you. And he makes his way into a nearby alleyway. And from the edge of the alleyway, you can see him starting to remove some of the clothing of the person he's been bringing.
Is his back towards me?
Currently, yes.
Okay, I have a surprise attack then. Uh, Dex stealth to move close. Actually, this forget Dex stealth. This is pretty much running up on him and start beating his ass.
Yep,
And
running tackle.
and I'm popping a rage for an extra action.
Okay.
So Dex roll, and I'm not thinking the preternatural grace applies in this situation. So it's just 5 dice.
Yep.
Or does it?
I'm gonna say yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. One success.
Okay, so you managed to run up behind him and diving tackle him while he's distracted trying to undress the guy.
That's just okay. I'm assuming damage now because that was a critical. Just strength.
Strength brawl.
Okay. So that's 4. If the dice roller will cooperate, and negging a willpower. 3 successes.
Nice. So you've just ran right into him, tackled him, bashed him to the floor, where he's managed to smack his head slightly against the floor. I would say cobblestones, but it's not the nicest of back alleys. So
since that was I'm guessing damage roll now.
That was your surprise. So you get to no. That was the damage roll you did. Was
okay.
You grabbed him and knocked him over. And it is now your rage action because he doesn't get an action because it was a surprise round.
All right. Dex brawl again, and you said my 10s explode. Three successes.
So strength brawl plus 2.
Ooh, the evil one.
Still 2 damage, so that's 5
2 damage.
Done.
He has a chance to break the grapple. Now, and now we're pretty much in initiatives, aren't we?
Yep.
I'm just gonna focus the scene
on
this.
I'm pretty sure you go first.
Especially with a dex of 4 and a wits of 3.
Yeah.
So that's 17.
Yep. So yeah, you go first. You might take him down before he even gets time to take a swing at you.
Dex brawl. And 1 success.
So strength brawl.
And that's 4. Two successes.
Nice. He's looking a bit woozy, but I think I'm going to let him get one attack in before
Before the guru. Guru.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Pegasus is actually watching this.
Being a Garu, you get a soak on this, but he's going to try and stab you for 4 lethal. Using a small knife that he had on him.
That's 2 lethal, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go with the brawl again.
Yep.
Because it's my turn.
Yep.
Dex brawl. Nothing yet.
Okay.
Dang one. And queuing up.
2 lethal. He's trying to stab you again.
Okay. No soak. And it's my turn. Dex brawl. Wait. He's prone.
Yep.
I get extra. Shouldn't I get extra dice for this for my attacks?
Possibly. I already said I'm not great with the combat stuff.
Oh yeah,
I'm
true.
mostly handling the spirit stuff. So you have to point these things out if you want them.
Yeah, 2 successes. And 1 carries over into my damage roll. So that's strength roll, which is 4 turns into 5. 3 successes.
Yep, he's unconscious. I'm bleeding somewhat.
He is going to Charlie is going to rage heal.
Rage heal is only if you get all the way down to
Oh yeah, true. Okay.
But what you can do is just kind of seeing if you're in a back alley, slip into Glabro for a bit and heal up. Shouldn't take you too long. I'm going to say it probably take you about 10 minutes to heal in Glabro.
I'm going to basically first basically I'm going to put my hand on the wound where he stabbed me and putting pressure on it and go over and make sure the female's okay and help her out, or him. It's him.
It's a him.
I'm going to help out the
passed out again. Whatever he's been drugged with, he's not in a good state.
All right.
Other than the fact that his trousers are currently kind of near his knees, he's generally okay, apart from whatever he's been drugged with. Which, if you want to work it out, will probably be a intelligence medicine roll. But you could just leave that to the first responders.
I'm going to basically cinch up his pants and button them before I slip into Glabro, and that's Stamina Primal Urge.
Yeah, if you want to change fast, but seeing as you're already injured, you could probably just change slow, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'll change slow, and basically,
Don't mind it
I'm
taking
going.
4 minutes, then you can auto change without rolling. It's not an issue.
Oh yeah. If Charlie calls 911 or the emergency number for Hong Kong, how long would an ambulance be able to get there?
Roll me your intelligence streetwise.
I actually have that. Streetwise, and that's 3. One success.
It varies from area to area, and you don't think this is one of the best neighborhoods, so it probably would take about 15 minutes to half an hour.
All right, he's going to take out his phone and dial the emergency people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming they answer.
Yep.
Uh, Basically the
They're
usual.
first in Cantonese and then in English.
Basically asking my name and what's the nature of my emergency and all that. He goes, my name is Charles Lee. Me and a buddy of mine, I happened to stop a rape in progress and a possible attempted mugging, and my friend is passed out and drugged. If you could come quick, I'm at such and such area, such and such address.
We will have someone on the way shortly. They'll be right there. Please stay on the line. And they'll do the usual talking, soothing stuff and checking that everything's okay and checking the airways and
Yeah.
have you restrained the mugger properly so that you are safe and all this stuff.
He would pretty much while he's talking to the emergency person, he's sitting there have basically looking around the alleyway, looking for like some zip ties, and basically tie the mugger.
Okay, can you roll me your intelligence? No, wits alertness.
All right. 5. So many things for Charlie at downtime. 1 success.
Okay. You realize that the guy is wearing shoes with laces.
Is he wearing pants with a belt?
Yep.
Grabbing the shoes with laces and binding his wrists and making sure they're secure, and basically hog tying his ankles to his hands with his belt.
Good plan. So yeah, the police will arrive and you'll hear them coming. So you should have time to shift back into Homid once you're all healed.
Relax into Hamid.
Yep.
Most of the blood on him is the muggers anyway. He's not really worried about it.
Yeah. So they're going to arrive. I'm going to say, "Sir, what happened?" And the ambulance people are going to go and check on the other two while the policeman's.
The one I had hogtied over there, he tried to rape that uh, the gentleman that's knocked out. I'm assuming with GHB, but I'm not for certain.
He's going to glance over to the ambulance people who are whispering to each other, and then he's going to call a question over in Cantonese, and they're going to answer back, and he's going to nod and note something down in his notebook.
By the time I came over and stopped the dumbass over there, he didn't look like he was had done anything yet, because I was came up behind him and surprised him. But he had the other gentleman's pants around his ankles.
He's going to raise an eyebrow and keep writing. What led you to be in this area?
I was actually on my way back home, actually, and I noticed he was being the gentleman in question that I have hogtied up over there. He was acting suspicious with the other gentleman, and I I got curious and went and snuck up behind the two, and I realized, oh, he's about to get raped.
He's going to raise an eyebrow. So you just happened to be on the tube with them, and this is what led to you following them into an alley?
Yes, he was the gentleman in question that's hogtied over there. I was actually writing down the day my what happened with during my day in my down in the book I'm writing on writing in, and I he caught my the gentleman hogtied actually caught my eye because he was acting suspicious. Well, I was actually he didn't act suspicious overtly, because he wanted to make sure that he acted like the person was wanted to wake the person up and get them home. I decided to tag along at a distance to see if they actually got home okay, and I happened up upon the scene. He's trying to tell the.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't suppose you could come along to the station in case we have any further questions?
No. He's telling the truth.
He is, but from the policeman's perspective, they've arrived, you've beaten this guy up, the other one's drugged, and you're the only witness.
Yeah, so I would assume he's
very well. He might think that you're probably, well, from his perspective, he can't tell if you're telling the truth or not. You could have just beaten this guy up, and when his friend passed out for no apparent reason. It seems unlikely, but then so is randomly following a person just because they might do something.
He's
basically he's trying to pass it off as wanting you to come along for witness statements because he doesn't want to arrest you if you're telling the truth.
In which he is.
Not really a question.
which he is, and a lawyer would straight out know that he's telling the truth. He's just not telling the
The
part of,
whole
oh
truth.
yeah, a rat told me that there was
Yeah,
something about to
yeah,
happen.
yeah, no, that's true. But he'll definitely know that you're not telling him something. So that's going to perk all his.
His curiosity, he just
Until they get the results back, he's not going to know what the guy's been dosed with.
yeah.
He's not going to know what the other person may or may not be linked with.
Yeah.
He's just got.
And what's funny, I just realized the Umbra is probably watching him, Charlie, very intently. All the Umbras watching Charlie intently right now.
Yeah.
He he willingly goes to the station with the policeman to basically answer the same answers the questions with the same answers.
Yeah. It will be a few hours before they'll let you go. They'll keep you in a fairly comfortable waiting room, but every time you get up, you will notice that the receptionist looks at you. Like they're just making sure that you don't go anywhere. I'll bring you
Well, yeah, I would
to
probably.
the loo, but it will probably be morning by the time you get out of the police station.
Yeah,
At which point they
it's
say,
not like I wasn't. Wasn't like I was going to go to sleep anyways because nightmare roll.
yeah, but when it does come round to time for them to let you go, one of the policemen will come over and go, "We're very sorry for keeping you waiting. Um, we've found evidence linking the attacker to several other incidents, and the potential victim is quite lucky that you came along."
I'm just glad I was there.
Would you like a drive home?
Oh, and no, I'm quite happy to take the subway, but thank you.
Thank you.
And Charlie finally leaves and takes subway back to Kowloon,
Mm-hmm.
where the steps are and where he knows that where Zhu will be and the bunny.
And the bunny. So did you tell me you've been rescuing some kitties from trees?
I'm going to tell him that too.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just checking because, as you said, the spirits have probably been watching you. So,
Yeah, it might as well just be honest with them. The spirits are straight out more like we said. Spirits are more likely already watching him.
yep.
But he heads over to the neutral point in the bonds, and uh, if Zhu's not there, he's going to probably and if the bunny's not there, I'll give my report to the bunny, and just wait. Either way, I'm waiting for either one.
Okay. Did you contact you to let her know to meet you there?
Well, he'll okay. He'll
I'm just
probably
asking.
I take that back. I'll drop Zhu a text.
Okay. In that case, you and the bunny will be sat there.
All right. Hey guy. Hey. I wanted to speak to both of you. I want to learn Cantonese from Yushu, and I fulfilled my. I've it turns to the bunny. I saved a kitten stuck in a tree, and I just recently beat up a male on male rapist and, well, a human predator preying on unneededly preying on another human,
The bunny's
as
going to
per
nod.
our agreement.
The bunny's going to nod. Remember to keep your eyes open in the future.
I will.
And the bunny is going to hop over. He's going to jump up, and he's going to he's going to jump in front of you so high that he manages to ruffle your nose with his nose. So he's basically going to boop you on the nose with his nose.
It tickled.
And you're going to feel this kind of the tickle is going to spread from your nose, and it feels kind of prickly at the same time as tickly, and it's just going to spread through your body. And then the bunny is going to twitch its nose at you and hop away.
Before he leaves, Charlie, the bunny leaves. The Charlie will twitch his nose back.
And once you get the XP, you will know hair sleep.
Yay!
Yay!
Wow, I had a night. A day and a night, but a night. Yeah, yeah, that human predator that was unneededly preying on the other human that I told the bunny. Yeah, it was a male on male rapist.
Quite a severe situation.
Yeah, and I came out of it relatively unscathed. The ignorant human tried to stab me 2 times, but yeah, he lifts basically shows the stab wounds in his shirt.
Mm.
Um,
Your kind do
but
heal quite fast.
yeah, that was useful. And luckily, the dude, the rapist, drugged his victim to where the victim actually passed out before I've slipped into Galabro. So I didn't violate the sheet, and I mean, wrong term, veil. Uh, I held my end of the bargain with the bunny.
Jill nods.
But yeah,
Well,
say again.
you said you wished to speak with me as well.
I wish to learn Cantonese from you.
It is a complex language. It will take time, but we can do that.
I it it would probably take time, but I'm pretty good with languages. Out of character, natural linguist merit.
Yep.
Extra 3 dice.
Was that all you wished to
And
talk to me about?
yeah. Well, I probably need to tell Matthias and Gus the Corax at some point. But I'm currently going to become a squire of House Fiona with the changelings underneath Adam.
I see. And
Perception empathy.
okay.
Because you hesitated.
Yep, feel free.
She almost never hesitates unless she's knows something
Or contemplating something, yes.
or contemplating something. 3 successes.
She's considering
You
the possible ramifications and wondering Adam's motivations.
my I don't. He goes. I don't know Adam's motivations, but my motivations, from what I gathered from combat and the way he acts, being a part of House Fiona will help me uh, be more loyal to the Sentai and be more protective of the Sentai.
If you feel you need that help to be so, then it is good that you've sorted out.
Yes,
Will it
had a
cause any
character.
conflicts?
Not not that I see. It actually, uh, it act from my knowledge of changelings. Out of character, changeling plus intelligence to possibly at a high difficulty because where it's how low I have it right now. What I know about the Ashit.
Um, I don't know, but it's more likely that what would come to mind is the issue of the oath and the fact that you're pledging yourself to a liege lord that is outside the Sentai and the Hengyokai and the Gary Nation and so forth.
Well, the only thing that I could see that would be a problem is I'd be swearing an oath to another, but that other is currently had the same views and he's got the same views and how do I word this out of character? The liege the liege lord in question, it won't conflict because the Guru Nation and the Hingyokai are all aligned against the technocracy. That's the only thing I could think of that would be an issue, but everyone's everybody's on the same page with everyone right now, so I don't think it should be an issue.
She'll nod. What if people's opinions change?
But right now, as of right now, from what Adam told me, uh, once the oath is taken, it will help me. His house's ability will help protect me from fear-inducing powers from other entities, but the drawback would be uh, I would have to be overly protective of you and him because uh, 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 I will be overly protective of the Sentai and him because the only way I would register. He's way he worded it. I register fear, but it doesn't overtake me. The only time it overtake me is if one of the Sentai or all the Sentai and Adam would be in danger.
That
If
seems
that made sense.
quite a benefit, but what I meant is, whilst all of the motives and the aims currently line up, where would your loyalties fall should they separate?
It would be with my loyalties would be at the core would be with the Sentai in the nation, but he would be a satellite, and uh, compared to y'all, the two core entities that would be the focus of the house's ability when I join.
That is good. But I would say that your deepest loyalties should always be to the Emerald Mother.
Yes, it will always be to her and to Father Stag, but to her most of all.
And she will nod as if that's kind of answered all the questions that she can ask you regarding it.
Yeah. I have something else that uh I'm going to eventually tell the rest of the Sentai. Uh, well, couple of things. I would tell. I'm going to tell y'all, but one, I'm now now that I've got come to know you and Matthias, and when I eventually meet the Korax, uh, and get to know him, I will tell him that this. Um, I am. Oh wow, this is even worse than the first time I actually done this. I'm I'm bisexual,
Okay.
but due to the due to the precepts of the litany passed down by the Emerald Mother, I there is no danger of me being attracted to any of the Sentai.
That is good.
At,
Although
but
the precepts that the Emerald Mother gave to your kind are not the same as the ones that were given to mine, but
on top of that, I see y'all as brothers and sister. And once we get our fifth, I'll see him as a brother. And uh, once I once Fiona sees you in that light, he cannot see you in another light. If that makes sense.
oh, I quite approve of this. I'm just pointing out that it should be because of our natures.
Yes, and that too. But I just wanted to. That one I wanted to be now that I've gotten to know you and Matthias. I wanted to be upfront uh, about that if it comes up in the future.
I'm aware that that humans have taboos against it, much the same as they do against extramarital sex and against various other things, such as outspoken women. These
Actually,
things,
yeah, but I usually am more discreet about my sexuality, but since I since you and Matthias and the Korax are my Sentai siblings, I thought you guys should know. If any, if if it happens to come up in the future as a conflict, but I don't see it as one.
I don't see why your sexuality would be a conflict.
I'm just saying if I'm just saying. Well, for our group, it wouldn't, but for people outside our two nations and our little group, it might. It might. I don't know.
Perhaps. I can see how certain spirits might disapprove of the behaviors, but only those that wish to have a great deal of creation in the world.
Oh, good. Don't get me wrong. I still have plans to get to uh, be betrothed and to a female kinfolk and have children, but not right now.
She'll nod.
Especially with everything going on.
She'll nod. I quite understand. Children are something that, whilst to be treasured, is also to be considered fully. This is
That's
so with my kind, but still quite valid with yours.
yes, very true. Anyways, with that said, to lighter things. Do you have time to start teaching me teaching me Cantonese?
Yes, we should probably go somewhere a bit quieter and have a look at some books to begin you on the
All right.
studies. I have some at home.
Okay. All right. Um, where's home? Your home?
It is nearby. We can walk there from the sept.
Okay. I was about to say, if it's in Lung's Cairn, I don't think he would be happy if I was in there.
Uh,
Although he knows me for some. Go ahead.
not in the cairn itself,
Okay.
but no, he would not be too happy with your presence in the cairn itself. But the surrounding bourne should be acceptable.
Okay. That's all right. That's fine. He's I notice he's okay with me meditating in the neutral area here. I I've gotten the feeling while I was meditating that if I ever went deeper into y'all's bond, I'd be in trouble.
Towards the cairn, yes.
Yeah. I'm just going to assume they're going to be talking while Charlie goes to Zhu's apartment.
Yep. And then she'll get a bunch of books out, including some from when she was younger, with simpler words, and
Yeah.
start teaching him. Although he'll probably want to stop for a nap at some point.
Yeah.
But we'll just say they managed to fit a few lessons in before downtime. That should be enough.
All right. That works. I was about to say if that was an intelligence, what role would that be? Would that be intelligence?
Yeah, it would be intelligence and
Academics?
yeah, probably academics. I'm trying. It would be expression for you and academics for you.
All right. I get three more dice, making it 6. One success.
And I will go with intelligence expression. No successes. She's not very helpful.
Okay.
But
Uh,
you're spending the XP on it, and you've got the natural linguist merit. It shouldn't be a problem.
yeah.
It just is a case of taking several lessons instead of one lesson. But that's what.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
On that time,
Yep.
he's
So,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, between the two of us, we should get you taught up fairly easily. Probably take
Yeah,
about 6 or 7 hours total, but we can do that by downtime. Just say it could happen in 2 or 3 lessons between scenes.
that works. And for the other one that the natural linguist merit uh, confers with expenditure, he's going to need somebody that knows Aborigine for
Yep,
reasons.
yep.
For reasons. That's all I'm going to say. For
If you're
reasons.
going to get involved with Australian quest, that might be helpful occasionally.
I actually also looked in my research on the Fiona. There's Fiona in Australia.
Yeah, I know. There's lots of Garou in Australia. They moved in
Yep.
when they got rid of the bunyip.
Yep. We could. I guess we can end the scene here for the time being with you and Charlie learning, teaching and learning Cantonese.
Yep, that makes sense.
And geez, I just realized I've maxed out my wisdom for this time period. I don't have the right of accomplishment to do anything.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
that
talk to Will about that, but it should be okay.
okay, and pretty much I just got another wisdom renown from Bunny.
Yep.
With that said, we leave. We fade to black on the two Sentai siblings. Uh, forming one informing the other of things, and the other teaching him a language that he needs to learn. And thank you, everybody. This was an edition for Hong Kong House of Cards.